Hi guys, Kaze here. Welcome back. We're back with more Men of Yoshiwara Ohgiya. With this time, since we finished Takigawa, Asagiri. Our little flirtatious man. I said man. I, I, I have a feeling though, during this gameplay of him, his voice is going to change it quite a few until I can figure out how he is. Because normally we just know from the previous chapters that he's really flirtatious. And I kind of give him this little type voice. Yeah, that was really descriptive. But anyway, let's go on. Let's get to chapter 1 and get to know Asagiri. Alright, chapter 1. A flurry of falling cherry blossoms. See, it's right behind him now. The island's massive pleasure district was bustling again tonight. Glamour and allure flowed from the inciting town of desire, Yoshiwara, for the second time. Much like my first encounter, the glitz of the town burned into my eyes. And just like last time, I was with Musashi, heading for the tea house. The host gladly received us inside of a large establishment, bringing us refreshments and drink. Have you grown accustomed to this, my lady? Musashi asked me quietly as I reached for the tray bearing a generous amount of refreshments. How could I grow accustomed to all of this so quickly? Indeed, this is only your second time. However, I did not think you would decide on a courtesan with such promptness. I simply thought you would have fret over your decision a touch more. Musashi smiled at me, his face a mix of bewilderment and relief. Is something the matter, Musashi? That is the first time I've ever seen you make that face. Well, I feel like a father before his daughter's wedding. Though I took an issue with his joke, I couldn't say anything, not when he wore that expression. Silence continued between us. Then I asked Musashi a question, my eyes off of him. Should I have chosen Asagiri? What do you think? Oh, likes my views won't get you very... Well, I'm asking for them. My mother suggested that he would be a fine courtesan. Yet, when I think about Takigawa and Gakuto, I believe a courtesan of high status would suit you well, my lady. And I am certain your mother feels the same. However, I believe the one who wished to spend your time would be the best. Really, Musashi? I looked up at Musashi's face. Indeed, I am sure you made the right choice. Besides, Asagiri is a popular courtesan with a wonderful room. Why does the room matter? Why do you know what his room looks like, Musashi? And this is the Ohgiya, a long-standing shop of high repute. There should be no need to hesitate. Is that so? Well, thank you, Musashi. Not at all, my lady. My shoulders relaxed, and I could feel the unease I had surrounding my choice melt away. And yet, I did not know if Asagiri was the right choice. I was memorized by his beauty, by his scent. And he was by my side during the banquet. Was that the only reason? After all, the other courtesans were beautiful, classy. Is he not classy? Ageha stood by my side as well. Yet, why did I choose Asagiri? No matter how much I thought about it, I couldn't come up with a clear reason. After waiting for a while, forgive me for the wait, Kaze. He appeared from the open sliding door with a smile like a flower in bloom. Then, in a moment, like a flower had actually opened up, the feel of the room completely changed. Even though the one before me was just a man, he had a strange scent to him that in a moment overtook the room. Unable to speak, I gave him a light nod. He replied with a pleased smile and approached our table. Afterwards, geisha and their attendants poured into the room. Before long, they began playing their instruments and dancing, while the attendants sat next to me. I was overjoyed that you chose me, my lady. What about me caught your eye? He handed me a cup and asked me. Just a little bit. My fingers shook. What about him did catch my eye? I think it was your nose instead of your eye, but okay. I want to know her answers myself. I, I, hmm. Let's see. Oh, clicked the wrong thingy. Okay. I just like you. I wonder what myself. I don't know. Well, we don't know, so um, I wonder myself. I wonder what myself. Oh, you're not sure what intrigued you? No, not yet. Sorry. Feeling a little guilty, I lowered my eyes. You don't have to look so down. I'm glad to hear you chose me, even if you don't have any particular reason. His smooth, soft hand came over mine. Well, my lady, I shall take my leave. I could feel Musashi move behind me. Wait, Musashi? Realizing just how loud I was being, I quickly closed my mouth. What a shame. But, my lady... Oh, Kaze. I won't be taking you away and eating you all, right? Worry not. Asagiri ran his finger along my cup-bearing hand. A strange, near indescribable chill ran down my spine. Musashi, stay here. Are you afraid, Kaze? Of course not. I see. Very well, then. Musashi, how about staying here? After all, she's still a little, let us say, pure. To stay with me alone? Oh, my, okay. He's winking at us. What? Oh, a shout escaped my lungs yet again. Never had I wanted to sink into the floor and disappear so much. Asagiri alone, however, chuckled, seeming terribly amused. Wonderful. You should always be so unrestrained. No matter how rich the house, people are people, and women are women. Is it not better to be together, bear? Is that not easier? Not more enjoyable? I couldn't say anything yet again. Whether in the Pleasure District or anywhere else, a daughter of the Kisune family must always keep her composure. Though it would be fun if I could be as free as Asagiri was. I couldn't help thinking that. In this land of pleasure, Kaze. Asagiri brought his face up to me as I sat in silence. All you have to do is take a load off and enjoy yourself. But I turned around to see Musashi. He hadn't gone anywhere, and just because he was sitting next to me, I felt just a little bit better. Well, it's not a matter requiring deep thought. Shall we change the mood? Here, drink some of this. You needn't worry about old laws or customs tonight. Just enjoy yourself. The sweet scent around Asagiri brought a strange sensation over my heart, like it would melt. I couldn't describe it. And I knew that if I was wrapped in his sweet scent and voice, I would let myself follow my heart, falling deeper and deeper into beautiful depravity. I'm just like, what? What? Oh, I guess in her case, being wild and free would be that, oh my God, so wrong, don't do it. Kaze, is something on your mind? Oh, Asagiri sat me on my days, putting his hand on mine. It was just a little cold, and just a little damp, large enough to envelop my whole hand. Come, hold your cup like this. Oh. With his hand still on me, he pulled my cup to my mouth and slowly tipped it over. The spicy alcohol that rolled onto my tongue slowly descended my throat. Then, hand still on mine, he whispered into my ear. Oh, how cute you are. Letting me take control like this. My cheeks exploded with heat. Something I couldn't identify, shame or anger bubbled up inside of me. Yet, since he was still holding onto my hand, the emotion quickly vanished. What are you after? Unable to endure, I asked him, my voice weak. What am I after? What indeed? He seemed to be both mocking me and thinking seriously about what he wanted. Was this what the men of Yoshiwara were like? Pretending to come close to me, trying to open my heart? All the while hiding his own heart? Was this what a courtesan was? Are you teasing me? Who? Me? Not at all. I'm simply by your side, being honest to my own heart. Do you think I'm lying? Hmm. He was looking right at my face, which I was sure was red by now. My heart grew louder. I don't the men of Yoshiwara lie to manipulate women? I tried to keep my composure as much as I could and raised my head, looking right at Asagiri. I'm looking at you. Oh, that sounds like a phrase someone told you. Is it wrong? I won't say that it is. Yet people vary. They always do. The same with courtesans. Meaning one can't quite paint them with the same brush, no? Though I thought there was something of a rule among the men of Yoshiwara. It probably is. Huh? And even so, if we both fall into the depths of romance, bringing body and heart together, if it comes to that, at the beginning, true or false will cease to matter, will it not? I felt like he was both answering and dodging the question. Like he was lying, but at the same time, his words felt so true. I think that there can be no trust if you don't come clean. That is only because you've never fallen for a man before. So how about falling for me? Falling into the depths of lust, letting your body drown in desire. I'll show you that joy. Asagiri, you are truly rude. I don't follow. Maybe it just went whoosh over my head, but I did not catch how he was rude. But okay. I found myself pulling back and turning my face away. Oh, truly, and yet you chose me all the same. Come closer, Kaze. We cannot touch, not with you so far away. I timidly looked over at him. As always, he wore that easygoing smile. And then he pinched up a boiled bean from a tray and popped it into his mouth. Sweet and delicious. And I absolutely didn't lose all my indignation at that peaceful face. No, no way. And yet, we don't have to touch. Well, briskly speaking those words, I shuffled over to his side. Scooch, 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 scooch. Oh, but I will. I want to leave my scent on you. Oh, okay. I think with Shaka, I didn't expect him to be like this flirtatious. I mean, we met him and he's like always kind of flirty, but he's all up in there, like, ooh. He gently pulled my hand to him and then took a deep breath as if taking in my scent. My face erupted with shame, yet I couldn't run away. He was gently supporting my head, yet my head. I felt like I was imprisoned and couldn't move. I thought he had my hand. Yet by tomorrow you will have passed through the water, and I'm sure my scent will be gone. Oh yeah, take a shot. Oh my, I passed through the water. Oh my god, he's like, I don't know how to describe him. Poetic, I guess. Yeah, he's poetic. I was like, pass through water. I'm like, am I going through a waterfall? Oh, shower, shower. Or in this case, probably a bath, because I don't think they have showers. It's like, oh. And by then, you may have forgot all about me. At least I hope not. But you'll remember me. You'll think of me even outside of the Pleasure District. Of course. Is that what I should have said? Yet I felt that that would be just what he wanted me to do. Oh, I can't do this. Why do you have such a control over me? I shook my head. Troubled, I see. His fingers slid through my hair as he stroked it. Oh, God, you touch a lot. And I... let him do it. Gently pushed his hand away so he will think of it. I think I'm too blushing and shamed to do anything, so I'm just going to let him do it. I let him do as he wished and slightly tilted my head. It looks like you've opened up. Adorable. The words coming from his mouth were so embarrassing to hear, and yet they felt so right. After a few moments later, he offered me a drink that brought his shoulders to mine as I listened to the beautiful samisen. And as we did, I could hear a voice like bells right next to me. Was Asagiri humming? Then, out of nowhere, "Say, Kaze, I'll treat you to one of my dances. If that doesn't have you fall for me, nothing will." With a jesting tone, Asagiri opened up a fan before me, and before I could blink, he was already standing. And with his beautiful garments flowing as he did, he danced. The sound of the samisen grew louder. Asagiri turned to the performer, then shot me a beguiling look. How beautiful he was. I stared at his dance for a time, entranced. His fan slipped in front of me, and soon after his hand skipped at mine. Huh? Though I thought he had taken me up lightly, he brought me to my feet with force. "Kaze, shall we dance together?" "So suddenly?" I tried shaking my head, but he gave me a reassuring smile. And somehow I found myself drawn into his phantasmically glorious dance. This was strange. Asagiri lifted my hand and put his other on my waist, and bringing us to a warring distance. Though thinking over and over that I had never seen a dance such as this, I naturally followed Asagiri moves. "You're quite the dancer, Kaze. Were you taught?" "I've had lessons before, but I've never done a dance as strange as this." I shouted my objection, desperately wanting to keep up. Asagiri, however, looked as amused as ever, just chuckled. "Oh, then would showing you be a more basic dance be satisfactory?" As he released me, he stood up straight and waved his fan. Asagiri, balancing nobility and allure in his appearance, began to dance alone. Seeing it up close surprised me into pulling back. Then, "Oh, you're not going anywhere." "Oh!" This time, Asagiri pulled on my arm and brought me into him, strong. I slammed right into his chest. Then, like the sound of the samisen, the time itself stopped. Everything disappeared in his arms. "Oh, okay." "Let me go." A quivering voice made it more of a plea than an order. I was afraid. I was afraid? In the arms of the man I had just come to know? Sweet, such a sweet smell. It felt like my consciousness was fading. "Don't like to play?" At that, I could hear the music again. Like time had started to move again. I was pulled back into reality. Asagiri's utterance brought everything back in motion. "I don't." I hurriedly pushed him away and returned to my seat. I settled closer to Musashi and hated myself for it. Was I a little too fast? Seeming not to mind anything, Asagiri whispered, coming back to his seat. And once again, my heart started to beat faster. Would I be able to do my job feeling like this? Just being held by him made me feel like I was going to faint. With the second banquet over, Asagiri escorted me outside. "I'd love to escort you to the gate, but the tea house's eyes are rather strict. And since it's just the second time, I can't take you to the gate, right?" "Really?" "It's a bothersome rule. One must follow the rules." "I've grown quite fond of that serious side of you. I want to make you a little more wild, so watch out." "Watch out?" "You'll need to. I have a high-class lady refined in all her ways, and wild enough to surprise everyone." "What? But I don't want that to happen." "I'm kidding, though I do want to see you a little more raw, I would say." "And here's a present." "Huh?" Just after teasing me, Asagiri took my hand and placed something onto my palm. What might this be?" It was a neatly wrapped package. "It's the scent I used, since you seem to have liked it so much." "It's the same as what you use?" "Yeah, I hope you can remember me with this, even a little bit." "Promise, Kaze." At that point-blank range, she stroked my cheek. I didn't know if it was the scent coming off of him or the incense in my hand, but I knew my heart was pounding. Thank you." I quietly put the present into my chest fold. "Will you share my scent when we meet next?" "That I'm looking forward to." Asagiri narrowed his eyes in joy and graced me with a spellbound smile. "Well, I'll be off." "Goodbye, Kaze." He waved his delicate white hand gently. I don't think it's like that, but or maybe like this. For some reason, his way felt just a little heartrending. I lowered my head and left the unsleeping town of pleasure. That was okay. That was it. All right then. Let me see right here. All right. Well, that was interesting. I got 10% likability. I guess that's not bad. um. Yeah. So I'll see you guys in chapter 2. And if you guys like the video, like, dislike, subscribe, and don't forget to vote as well for our next either Gakuto or Utsusemi. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Kaze out.